Well, Jonathan, you've heard what Dr. Baryomunsi has said. The law that you have seen, this Tobacco Control Bill 2014, does it actually cure the problems that Dr. Baryomunsi has elaborated?
I think, Gabriel, where I'll start is by correcting a popular misconception that the tobacco industry is dead against this law. That is not a fact. In fact, the tobacco industry recognizes that due to the obligations that Uganda has under the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, we will have to implement a law. In fact, there are areas of the law that we do support. The points we are making are about how can this law be improved, how can it be adjusted so that it actually achieves its goals. The industry is not looking for no law. The industry is looking for a workable law. That's what we are looking for.
And is this a workable law? As written so far, is it a workable law?
A friend of mine recently asked me, he said, you always complain about what's in the law. Tell me what you agree with. So I actually went and looked and said, what do we agree with? Number one, as I said, we agree that there must be a law. Tobacco is a dangerous substance. Use of tobacco comes with risks to health, serious risks to health, and we believe that. Because of that, we insist that tobacco use must be an informed choice made by adults. So anything that the bill tries to do to prevent underage smoking, to prevent smoking by minors, we will wholeheartedly support. Anything that goes to inform consumers about the dangers of tobacco smoking, we will support.
Okay.
But there are areas where the bill perhaps goes into unintended consequences. Dr. Baryomunsi started by saying it is intended not to ban but to regulate. But there are certain areas we see which would inadvertently lead to a ban.
Okay.
And we can discuss those.
Okay. Those areas that lead to a ban silently, why do you include them in the law?
Well, thank you very much. I do not think there are areas which finally lead to ban. And I just wanted to supplement, before I answer your question, supplement on what my colleague has just said, that Uganda is not the only country that is processing this law.
Yes.
I have carried here with me, the whole of this file is full of laws from other countries. This is a law for the government of Kenya. When you look at what the Kenya government have put in place to regulate smoking, they are not very different from what we have put in place. I have a law for the government of Rwanda. I have a law for the government of South Africa. I have a law for the government of Ghana. I have a law for the government of Burkina Faso. When you look at all these laws, they are all in line with the FCTC. And the government of Uganda put its pen on the FCTC. And sometimes when we talk of FCTC, people think that it is a story. These are the guidelines for the WHO FCTC. And these guidelines say that the moment you sign the law, 5 years down the road, you must have a domestication of that law.
Just so we are clear, the FCTC is what? Framework Convention on Tobacco Control.
Framework Convention on Tobacco Control.
All right.
And it gives guidelines how the government which has signed should behave. And one of the guidelines is that within 5 years from the time you sign, you must have a law which must control the use of this product.
That's something we already violated. We went beyond 5 years without coming up with a law.
We went beyond 5 years, but we don't want to continue violating it.
Yes.
Better late than never.
Okay.
Better late than never.
All right.
Now, you are asking whether there are regulations, provisions of this law, which are going to eventually ban.
Yes.
There is no such provision which says that if the government wanted to ban, there was nothing that would stop the government from saying, ban this product. But the government does not intend to ban the product. The government is intended to say, when you are smoking in a place like this, don't affect somebody seated beside you.
Actually, what you're saying particularly is that you should be 100 meters away from a public place. You should be 100 meters away from a place where there are students. Now, for example, if someone wanted to smoke in Kampala, 100 meters away from a public place or public transport, where would they go?
It means that you go in the golf course where there are no people.
No, there could be people playing golf.
So the whole purpose is whole purpose is very simple.
Yes.
When you are smoking, don't affect any other person.
Okay.
That is the principle. If you can locate a place where you know that there is nobody can affect, then you are home and dry. The law will allow you to do your smoking.
All right, let's talk to the farmer here.
I think, Gabriel, before we go there, Dr. Mugenya has contradicted himself. Because if he says you go to the middle of the golf course, the law actually bans smoking in sports establishments.
Where there are people. So look for where there are no people.
Where there are no people.
And smoke from there.
All right, we probably will identify what some of those places are, where there are no people.